Right, it is National Organising Week, and we've been telling you all morning that we're going to give you some tips. It's also spring cleaning time. Wouldn't it be great to shed some of that junk that you really don't enjoy keeping, but you can't bring yourself to let go? Susanne Thiebe joins us now. She is a professional organiser. Susanne, good morning. Are you fantastically organised yourself?
I'm fantastically organised, but not necessarily very tidy, because they're two different things.
Yes, they are different things.
They are different things.
All right, the reason we're talking about this is because there are a lot of people, and we're not talking necessarily about hoarders. I know you deal with hoarders, but we're talking about people who, for some reason, they know the stuff that they don't need to keep. They will never look at it again. No one ever wants to see it, but for some psychological reason, they cannot let go. What are the benefits in finally just chucking it out?
If you chuck out things, you actually make space in your brain too, and you make space for new things to come into your life, like new objects, but new ideas and things too.
It's not just physical, is it? It's not just making a physical space. It is actually good for you mentally.
I actually declutter timetables. I sit down with clients and declutter timetables and say, what can you let go? What can you structure a little bit better so you get through your day and have time to do the things you love at the end of the day.
You were talking to one client and you say that she spent 45 minutes holding an envelope that she wasn't prepared to throw away.
And it was a used envelope.
What is that? What's going on in someone's head that
Well, that's the hoarding part of being cluttered. And hoarders, it's a mental illness. So you really have to take that into consideration when working with hoarders. But she actually said, I use them to make lists, and the back of the envelope hasn't anything written on. Why should I chuck it out?
But that's craziness, isn't it? That is craziness.
It's a mental illness. It's a mental illness we have to take very serious.
So, all right, so very quickly, for people who are watching now and who do that, they know who they are.
Yes.
What can they do to finally rid themselves of their own envelopes?
Hire a professional organiser, obviously, but really seek professional medical help too. They're psychiatrists and counsellors. You do need to work on both sides of the spectrum. If it's a mental illness, it is.
All right. I'm going to talk personally for one moment. When I first started working at the BBC, when I was very young, right, I was so proud to be working at the BBC. I kept my first payslip, then I kept my second payslip, my third. Do you know, I have a whole box full of payslips. I will never look at them. I don't care about them. None of my family will ever want to look at them, and I can't throw them out. What do I need to do?
You actually have to ask yourself the question, if you just keep one payslip, you really cherish that and it's really special. But by keeping all of them, nothing is special. So you think it's special because you keep all of them.
I could do that.
But you don't. Keep one, frame it, do something special.
Frame it.
What are the things we are allowed to keep?
You're allowed to keep everything, but if you have a clutter problem...
It's a very bad thing to tell me.
Well, it's a personal choice, and everyone has their own things. The things you should keep...
But you had a simple way of remembering this.
The things you should keep if you get on the spring organising after this now is the things you need. That's my text file.
Yep.
You
so
need
you know
text.
that you need them. Yep.
I need it. I can't let it go. The things you use...
Right.
And the things you love. My dad makes my jewellery. I would never let go of that.
OK, so this is easy. I love this.
It is easy.
You can keep the things you need, the things you use, and the things you love.
Yes.
And with the other things...
Let them go.
All right, Susanne, thank you very much for joining us. We may need to get you in again. I don't know that instruction is quite enough to solve my problems.
Such 3 simple rules. And, you know, we make sure our kids' bedrooms are always clean the night before they go to bed so they can wake up with a fresh head.
I have got one room in one of my houses just full of my kids' old toys.
OK, a little bit more of breakfast coming up after the break, including your views.
I've got to get rid of them.
Or give them to charity.